This guy up here. Let's get the audio going. Hi, welcome to Take This Rose. I'm Tommy.
And I'm Jenny.
And we are here to discuss yet another week of Colton's season of The Bachelor.
Woot.
No sex. Colton has not had sex yet.
There is some bed making out, though.
There's Hannah B. Ooh, let's get that microphone in front of us.
Thank God.
Ooh,
did
boy.
you turn off the metronome?
I did. It's 2 weeks in a row I've remembered to do that. Hannah G really got up in there. Yeah, she went for it.
All up in there.
Yeah.
He climbed on her very awkwardly.
There's some stuff that we're not going to dive into. It'll probably be a shorter recap this week, yeah.
Also, I don't know if anybody knows this, but Chicago is about to turn into a frozen tundra.
Yes, yeah.
So Tommy needs to go home because he's got a long drive.
I do have a long drive, yeah. The roads are not clean.
He has to claim his parking space because Chicago.
Yeah, I already claimed it, so
good.
my chairs are out.
You have your lawn chairs out?
I have my lawn chairs out. So, biggest news in the world right now.
You're pregnant.
Nope, I am not preggers.
Okay.
But, something's hasn't been going on for a while, and now it's started back up again. It's a big deal. It's big, personally to you, it's a huge deal. To Jeff. Uh-huh. And that is Chris Harrison's love life has started up again.
I have been laying awake at night thinking about it.
Right. And it's...
Just what is he doing? Who is he doing? How does he feel about it emotionally? Have they read the perfect letter? Like, these are the things I ask myself.
So yeah, this week we found out that he is seeing Lauren Zima from Entertainment Tonight. Papa Bear, he's got the entertainment bug going on.
Apparently.
Yeah. And him and Lauren Zima, they're...
I don't
know who she is yet. I don't either. But good for Papa Bear.
Should I know?
All that matters is that we had a post about it on @TakeThisRose podcast on Instagram.
And everyone loved it.
Everyone's happy.
Very invested.
And all the caption was Papa Bear. We were excited.
Simple.
Yeah, we're excited for him to find love.
Hey, we're matching kind of.
Sort of,
we're wearing gray sweatshirts.
This is from a very disappointing Rose Bowl that Iowa was in.
This is from a store. It says mimosas. Because I like mimosas.
Yeah.
I am basic.
So yeah, it's pretty good. So good for Papa Bear. Let's get our plugs out of the way.
Plug.
So our Instagram, we had a few Instagram posts this week.
He did,
yeah.
Guys. He's on top of it.
Guys, it's not that hard. I should have been doing this the whole time. But it's Lauren Zima has a Bachelor recap on YouTube. Okay.
Oh man, so I was this close to dating Chris Harrison.
Yeah, there we go. We don't want that version of Air Server. So we have an Instagram at Take This Rose Podcast.
Yes.
Technically, we have a Twitter. Didn't tweet this week. It was hard.
Well, we had to start late.
Yeah, we were watching from behind.
Because there were things.
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah, so that's at Take This Rose. Facebook, Take This Rose. Gmail, Take This Rose Podcast @gmail.com.
Send us mail.
Yeah, it's great.
We read it.
We do. We had a mailbag question this week, but it was more pertaining to the live stream.
Oh, what was the question?
And one of our faithful viewers has been having some trouble accessing the live stream.
Oh
And
no!
if you haven't noticed by the poor quality of our broadcast and our sound,
we are super professional.
Don't know how to help you. No clue.
I think you can set like an alert if you subscribe to our YouTube channel so that it will tell you when we go live.
There's something about their stream health. I don't know. Yeah.
Their stream health or our stream health?
Who cares? It's all terrible. So yeah. I love Lauren Zima's Insta stories, and she's hilarious and always interacts with her fans. She's perfect for Papa Bear. That's great.
Well, there we go. We just want him to be happy.
Yeah, that's all I care about. I just want... Once again, he may be my father. We look so much alike. You can't tell with the beard at this point, but...
I mean, you and your real father look nothing alike.
Really?
No, you look very much alike.
We do.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know. We look a lot alike. Yeah. Yeah, we do. So, maybe... Now, is he a long-lost uncle? Or some sort of relative?
Could be.
Yeah, he should get on 23andMe and we should compare.
There you go.
I just did mine. So yeah, we got all those.
I know. I think you gave our viewers the breakdown. I think you gave
Oh,
our
yeah, I did,
viewers
yeah.
the breakdown.
Yeah.
You were very excited about it.
0.1% black. So I can talk about anything. And I can use any words I
No
want.
comedy is off limits.
Yeah, right. That's all I needed. Just a foot in the door. So this week, we're finally starting to travel. And of course, we went to a city that I always associate with romance and with banking, which is Singapore.
Romance and banking go hand in hand.
So much, if you're not being fiscally responsible, are you really being sexy?
That's why I never go into the bank anymore. I get too turned on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's clean up on aisle 3. There's a flood everywhere. Yeah. Singapore is it's a financial destination. I mean, first world economy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know much about Singapore.
So some companies have their headquarters there. HSBC. That's about Singapore. Yeah.
Okay.
They've done a lot of laundering for drug lords. Yeah. So they're kind of bad people. But yeah.
A bank bad?
No.
No.
Somebody that grew up in 2008. I cannot believe that. Yeah.
True.
So they went there. And everyone was really excited. There were some international travel virgins, which, good for them. Hey, Juliana. Missed you too. So they get there, one-on-one date right away for Tasha. So Jenny had to put her child down.
It did.
Yeah.
She had
Not put to sleep like a dog, but put
down for bed.
For bed. Lucy is alive. Jenny's a responsible parent.
She's breathing, right, babe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
She's fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
She's got a humidifier. She had a cold.
Yeah, okay. She had a gun that she was playing with. That's fine.
It was just a little one.
So Tasha gets a one-on-one date, which Tasha, kind of sneaking in there.
Yeah.
She's really beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
She's gorgeous. Yeah. Quite the body on her. Her boobies,
Were they popping?
they were popping. Tommy Likey. So she got the first date card, and then we got a great video diary from Colton. These really add a lot.
It starts very similarly to our podcast, as in he doesn't understand how to work technology.
Yeah, that's very similar. Am I doing this right? It's like,
hi.
Yeah. I can sort
He
of...
was holding his coffee cup.
Yeah.
Awkwardly. That's this right here.
Yeah.
This is a coffee cup.
With this big paws. Yeah. It's like when my mom was trying to take photos at my brother's wedding and inadvertently took 17 selfies. And she looks more and more confused in the next one. Yeah. That's what Colton looks like.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, Tasha, the date card says, let's fall in love. So they head over to Santosha Beach.
I feel like that's a reuse.
Yeah, oh yeah. A lot of this was reused. So they go to Santosha Beach, which is a beach in Singapore.
Yes.
And they did bungee jumping, which count me out.
Oh, truth.
Yeah, very little.
No.
The risk versus
No
reward.
desire.
No desire. Yeah, it was. I don't understand the thrill. Anything that you do for the thrill of it, I don't need any thrills.
No.
You know what's a good thrill? It's a good crossword puzzle.
Yep.
And a nice cup of Joe.
Browsing through Netflix for 45 minutes and then not watching anything. That's a great thrill.
There's nothing good on there. No. There's really nothing good. It's overwhelming.
It is. There's too much.
They need to cut it down to like 12 things, and then you watch those 12 things, and they're like, you'll want 12 more. And if you do, great. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, like give it to me sparingly.
Yeah, right.
Like in small doses. Also, I don't want to watch anything about Ted Bundy. Nothing. I know you just spent a lot of money on this.
Yeah.
But like nothing in my viewing history suggests that I would want to watch this show. Of course, now it will because Lucy accidentally turned it on.
I actually really want to watch it. I
know.
love.
Well, you love that kind of shit.
I love serial killers.
I hate that kind of shit.
They're great.
I hate it.
Yeah. Ted Bundy is fascinating.
There's like a regular movie coming out or something too with Zac Efron about Ted Bundy.
I think
it's Hollywood, so there always has to be
it's got potential because I mean, very screwed up person. He's escaped from jail twice. Which what does that say about law enforcement back then? Yeah, it's pre-internet, so he escaped from jail twice, and then I mean, obviously,
I know nothing about Ted Bundy either. I feel really stupid
if
tonight.
we were to escape from prison or from jail, don't you think like we'd be like, okay, let's lay low, let's chill out, get a good crossword puzzle and a cup of Joe. No, he
We also wouldn't murder people.
Oh yeah, he had an insatiable desire to murder people. That's kind of what separates him from you and I.
From other people.
Yeah. So, but yeah, fascinating. Yeah. So they went bungee jumping, and they were very nervous, but then they did it. And then they had dinner. Mm-hmm. Colton was very sweaty at dinner. Yeah, he's just a sweaty guy. Like Ted Bundy in church. Sweaty. So we found out some stuff about Tasha. It's a pretty short one-on-one date. Mm-hmm. Tasha is a divorcee. And Colton's folks are divorced as well. So, got that in common. It's pretty common. Over 50% of the time.
Married young.
Yeah.
Didn't work. It doesn't most of the time when you marry young.
Yeah.
Jeff and I were talking the other day that we should really not have as good as a relationship as we do.
No, yeah, you guys
really should have failed.
Yeah. Should be throwing dishes at each other quite a bit.
Yes.
You should be like in Godfather. You know how Carlo and his wife, they married young.
I've never seen The Godfather.
Ooh, not good. And yeah,
you
right.
know
Thank
that.
you. And so
I also refuse to watch Goodfellas with you, and yet we're still married.
Week after week, I am criticized for not having watched Parks and Rec.
That's because we made an arrangement.
Okay, well, whatever.
Where I would watch the Larry Sanders Show, and you would watch Parks and Rec. I watched the half of the first season, and then it was very clear that you were not going to watch any of Parks and Rec, so I stopped.
Well, if you finish Larry Sanders Show,
No, I don't believe you.
I will for sure watch Parks and Rec. No,
Nice.
I won't. So,
Friendship over.
So they did that. They made out, and then they went on a Ferris wheel. She got a rose. It was great. Group date started. It said, "Let's get a taste of Singapore." And after they read off the names, it was apparent that Kaylin was going to get a one-on-one. Mm-hmm. Guess who wasn't happy about it? Hannah Buddy. Hannah Buddy wasn't happy. So this was kind of a date ripped off almost entirely from Juan Pablo when he was in... I have to say it like that. Juan Pablo. When he was in South Korea. It was so sexy. I think it's South Korea or Vietnam where they went to the food market. Claire made a whole scene where she's like, "I'm not going to try any of this food." And Pablo's like, "Claire, please try." Besitos.
Oh, Claire Bear.
And so then she got all the attention. I think it's South Korea because then the next stop was Vietnam. That's where her and Juan Pablo had sex in the ocean. And then Juan Pablo slut shamed the shit out of her. That's not
nice.
Yeah. Juan Pablo may not have been a great guy.
No,
yeah.
I feel like if you're going to bang in the ocean, you should take some responsibility for the banging in the ocean.
I feel like that's a good homework assignment for you to watch Juan Pablo season. To see how I fell in love with the show. He's so good. He's so good. Such a great lead.
I don't know if I can do it.
So they're walking around.
Bad enough I watch it now.
Yeah. They're walking around this this market, and they're trying food. Demi, lots of yawning.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, Demi pretty much tried to make it all about her. She's like jumping on Colton and stuff. Mm-hmm. Hannah B was super awkward the whole time. Hannah B's too smiley. Her cheeks must be dying by the end of the day.
She constantly seems to me like she's still on a pageant.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like she's always.
And to be fair, she's pretty close to this. Is as close to being on a pageant. It's not actually being in a pageant.
Like they're all putting on airs to a certain degree.
Like at one point, they put on leeches. Like was there like a medieval barber here, and they were trying to get rid of diseases? Yeah, there's that part. Then they went to the night portion. Hannah B talked to Colton, trying to resolve the whole Kaylin stuff. Cassie.
Oh, our Chicago is showing.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God, it's going to get cold. Cassie.
So cold.
And him. At one point, they saw a fortune teller, and he said that they were brother and sister in past life. So they joked about.
That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah. And then they joked about it, and then they made out. Cassie looked phenomenal, by the way.
She always looks phenomenal. I'm telling you, her hair just does that.
Yeah.
This took 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Which actually isn't that bad.
Yeah, no, that's not bad. That's not too shabby.
My hair's clean.
You can spend 10 minutes a day.
Jeff's office was closed, so I took like a 30-minute shower. I did a scalp scrub. Mm-hmm. I did a face mask. Mm-hmm. Boom.
Girl, you look good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was so luxurious.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
This is what happens when you have a kid.
So Cassie then and her like jokes about being brother and sister, but in a past life.
That's
So
still a weird thing to say.
They can make out now.
No, that's
And then,
so weird.
Then Colton said you make out pretty well for a sister. Or like something like that. And that was Colton's attempt at sexy talk.
Not. You gotta work on that, buddy.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah. Yeah. So, whatever. This whole time, really, it was about Courtney and Demi. Juliana says, I was on Demi's side with Courtney. Agree to an extent. So...
Until you throw around the word cancer.
Yeah, that's a volatile word. So, at this point, what happens is Demi goes and she has her open up or leave talk, right? And it's about...
should really, like, trademark that.
Yeah, we really should.
It.
Yeah. That is... like just a crying girl with like a glass of wine and a rose. Yeah. So it was about her mom going to prison and how, as crazy as her mom is, unconditional love, and how last week was her mom's release date. She missed her mom getting out of prison.
Wow.
That is...
It's like people who go on Top Chef and miss the birth of their children.
Yeah.
Which has happened.
That's intense.
Yeah.
That's really...
Yeah.
Really, I hope a divorce
and
follows.
I say to Jeff, I would not let you do that. No. Don't care.
What would be more astonishing is that if you went on Top Chef and you missed the birth of your child.
I missed the birth of my child.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, apparently it's always somewhere. There's a whole lot of placenta.
Guys, I don't think I'm pregnant anymore. I think I must have had the baby. Missed it.
I must have just lost it.
Is it somewhere in Whole Foods? I think it's aisle 12.
Have you ever seen the Will Ferrell sketch about the lost baby?
No.
Oh, yeah. It's a great SNL sketch. It's just so weird and so dumb.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah. So Demi comes back and Courtney's like, oh, he hasn't paid any attention to me. It's like, you make your own way in this world. Yeah. So Demi says you have to be, go up and like say something. And then Courtney's like, well, I'll just wait for my moment to happen. Now, God only knows what's happening here, right? Maybe the producers just aren't letting Courtney go. Mm-hmm. Very likely. Very likely because I'll say it.
Or they're just telling her to hang back.
Yeah, whatever. They're like, oh, Colton will come to you. That's what he wants to do. So Demi's like, whatever. She gets up and goes and then does a double dip. She talks to Colton again and says, thanks so much for responding the way you did to my news, whatever. And it's not like Colton seems like annoyed by this double dip either. Not like necessarily an egregious one.
I think he's just along for the ride.
But then Courtney finds out about it and she's pissed.
Pissed.
So then Demi says something that's very telling. Demi says, I sat there for 30 to 45 minutes telling you to go talk to him. Mm-hmm. So it's like she tried to go to get her to talk. Like, be more confident. You'll have more fun. Blah, blah, blah. So, whatever. This happens. Demi ends up getting the group date rose, right?
Sleep.
So Demi got the group date rose, and then we go to Kaylin's one-on-one. Kaylin's one-on-one, I don't want to dwell on it. Okay, it's not our job to talk about serious things.
Yes.
We learned this during Rachel's season.
Yes.
Very unfortunately. But they went shopping. So they pick up Kaylin in Bentley. Mm-hmm. There's some poor... Honestly, he didn't look well, the chauffeur.
Oh, like he was going to throw up or something?
No, he's an old, ratchety man. Just not who I'd want driving. And like Callie knows, they had him pick up the luggage. His back is probably... His thoracic spine was terrible.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's just a huge... He's got that healthy hump. So, I felt bad for him.
That sucks.
Yeah, it is really bad. So whatever, he picks him up, they go shopping, right? Mm-hmm. And Colton's like, it's on me. No, it isn't.
No, it's not.
Colton, you probably made about $35,000 last year.
It's on the show.
Yeah, and also, I don't know how much they're actually buying.
Yes.
And the only stuff they bought...
And how much gets returned.
Yeah, right. So they bought stuff because they like showed the brand on TV. Mm-hmm. So one of them was Lisa Von Tang.
Oh, then it's not even courtesy of the show. It's courtesy of the designer.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So Lisa Von Tang was on there.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a person?
Yeah. Well, she's all the rage in the Singapore streets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're getting those Von Tang knockoffs.
Cool.
Yeah, so she was there. And pretty much what would happen is Kaylin would go try something on. she'd walk out. Colton would be like, oh my God, you look so good. They'd kiss. Kaylin would then go try something else on. Sometimes she'd jump and straddle Colton. Yeah, in the store. Other times, though, she'd just go right back.
Questionable appropriateness.
Yeah. So they did this for about 6 or 7 outfits. Then they went to another store.
That they showed. They probably did it for 10 to 12.
Yeah, right, yeah. Then they went to another store. Okay. There was a guy there who was wearing a really silly jacket, and I laughed at him. And they did the same thing again.
Riveting television.
Then they bought stuff. She went back to the apartment or wherever, the hotel.
With her bags.
Yeah. It's probably not an Airbnb. It's probably a hotel.
Probably.
With her bags. And all the girls got very jealous.
Well, yeah.
And Cassie was very upset. I was very disturbed to see my girl Cassie like that. She was crying. She said, I'm really happy for Kaylin, but to see the person you're dating spend time like that. Once again, he didn't spend any money. He just stood there like an idiot. He didn't even have
to hold her purse because she's not allowed to have a phone.
Right. He did nothing. He just stood there. Probably asked for like a couple Fiji waters from a PA. Hey, can I get another Fiji water? Yeah, verbatim what he did. So then whatever. Then they go to the night portion, and this is where they have their difficult talk. We've talked about Cassie is a rape survivor.
Kaylin.
Kaylin. Sorry, that was a bad name mix up there. Kaylin is a rape survivor. She's talked about it before. Colton talks about how he's dated a victim. Obviously, awful. Yes. Really sad story. Really revolting story. There's not much more to add.
Nope.
To that. Her green dress.
Oh my God, I loved that dress.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved that color. I loved the cut.
And so this having nothing to do with the conversation, right? Okay. She looked like a bachelorette.
Ooh.
She's going to be the bachelorette. I cannot imagine, assuming she doesn't win, that she's not the bachelorette.
Yeah, she's definitely a contender.
Yeah, for sure. And if she isn't, when she goes to Paradise, will be very sought after. But
agreed.
I think she's for sure the bachelorette at this point. Who else do we think are contenders for the bachelorette?
Who has
there's no
come across with like a good
Cassie
story?
But Cassie, I don't think you don't know much about her. Hannah G.
Yeah,
sure.
I feel like Cassie hasn't had enough of her story. Hannah G. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who else though. There really haven't been many. It's really
Demi is going straight to Paradise.
Oh yeah, she's gonna kill it too. She's like Katie is gorgeous, but I don't think so.
We don't know much about Katie.
Yeah, we'll have to see who else gets hometowns. I'm starting to think Tasha might get a hometown.
Yeah.
I almost just call it a hometown.
A hometown?
Yeah.
Yeah, after that one-on-one, I think Tasha's a strong contender for a hometown.
It's so funny because after night one, everyone said Hannah B was going to be the bachelorette.
No.
But no. That's not.
Not after the edit they've been giving her.
And it's not going to be Heather. I mean, she might be likable, but they're not going to go from a virgin to somebody that's kissed one person before. Yeah. It's Kaylin. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I love Katie, but I think it's Kaylin for sure. So then they had, let's just say this, a makeout after a hard talk. I've had some hard talks.
It's awkward.
It's awkward. It's tough. And they handled it very well, particularly Kaylin. So good for her.
Good job.
Yeah, good job.
Still for the...
That's a good one.
There we go.
That's a good one. Yeah, I don't know what time that was at, but we'll figure it out.
23:56.
Okay, sure.
See, it tells you at the bottom.
Yeah, we're flying through it, guys.
Straight zooming through this episode.
So then we went to the cocktail party. Hannah G was afraid that she was going to fall victim to the open up or leave talk. So she said, I'm ready to open up. I'm also ready to make out on this bed.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah. And of course,
there was some
there's some straddling. Colton couldn't be on top because Hannah G is so frail.
She's very small.
And once again, if that's how she feels healthy, great.
She's just built that way.
But
she's built as a tiny person.
He would smash her.
He like kind of climbed on top of her.
Yeah.
But it was like,
oh my bones!
Careful, my bones.
Careful.
Guys, 30 Rock.
Oh, God.
Remember me? That proposed to me outside your office? I have hollow bones, like a bird.
So, yeah. So, they had a real aggressive makeout. Yeah, so that was interesting to watch. From there, then we had some pageant talk. I guess Hannah B. and Kaylin kind of buried the axe there.
It didn't seem like a very substantive conversation.
Yeah, I'll be perfectly honest. We were talking about something else.
We're kind of not paying attention.
Yeah. I was talking about something more serious, more important than this show with Jenny at this point.
Because we're friends in real life.
Mm-hmm. This is not just a shtick anymore.
No.
For the first few years, we actually hated each other.
Yeah, off screen,
Oh,
it was
my
like
God.
very contentious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lots of fighting.
Like, there's a reason that Lucy cried every time she saw you. It's because I trained her to do that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that evil man who's trying to burn down our house. That's what Jenny would say every time I walked in the door.
And it worked.
Yeah. So, I'm a threat.
No, guys, opposite. He came tonight and was like, I'm starving, but it's okay if you don't have food for me. And I was like, I have food.
Thank goodness. It was delicious, too. Yeah, it was really good. So they have this talk. Yes, that's the perfect comment by Quick Dry. Words.
Pageant smiles. Everything is super pageant smiles. I wish nothing but the best for you. Oh, yeah, me too. And it's like, you guys were just like throwing each other under the bus a week ago, but cool.
Yeah, and then...
Except it wasn't a week ago. It was like 2 days ago.
And Hannah B says, World War III averted.
It's like,
sure. Okay.
You're maybe overestimating the impact of this pageant fight.
Okay, unless if you took away nuclear weapons from several countries. You did not do that. Next, we had Demi and Courtney. First of all...
Now that's a real fight.
First of all, it's hard to take Courtney's side because she has exhibited no personality whatsoever.
No.
Demi has exhibited a lot of personality.
It's like I want to slap her in the face, but I also love it at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so like what I like...
She's a good villain.
Like somebody...
But not even like a villain.
But
she's just like...
You can tell the other girls in the house like her. Mm-hmm. She just knows what she's doing. They all know at this point. And she's like really not rubbing most of the people the wrong way. Mm-hmm. But like someone like on Twitter is like, you look like Tommy Lahren. And she's just like, oh no, don't put that shit on me. And then she started tweeting out, Make America Demi again. Nada.
Funny.
So yeah, she seemed funny. Those are the only two tweets I've seen though.
Funny.
So if she's got bad tweets, then I'm sure she has terrible tweets.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Scrub that timeline, people.
Mm-hmm.
Learn.
Mm-hmm.
Learn.
It's like that lady Gabbard that's running for president.
Chelsea Gabbard.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got a lot of problems.
She's an idiot.
She also like worked for her dad's conversion
therapy. She endorsed conversion therapy.
You can't do that if you're going to run as a Democrat.
She's on the left. And then she just has a meeting with Assad in Syria.
Cool. It's cool.
Yeah. Maybe what if she said, oh no, I was trying to convert him from being gay. I thought he might be gay, so I was trying to convert him. It's fine. Scrub your history, girl. Like, what is she thinking? And who's that?
She didn't have a shot anyway.
No,
She's
but
like the least known person out of that
yeah,
pack.
I feel like a lot of those people. It's like this show where like you're just trying to become an Instagram personality. Mm-hmm. All those people are trying to set off like a post office political commentator.
Probably.
I don't know what that pays, but who knows?
It's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, so that's all they're trying to do. So I don't know how we got into that.
We just...
Yeah.
The train moves.
So...
Except for Wednesday.
Demi and
They've already announced limited service.
So Demi... I'm working on Wednesday.
I don't think you should be. We're not leaving the house.
I had a client...
Jeff's office is closed again, and he had already decided he wasn't going in.
My client came up to me today. I said, are you coming in on Wednesday? Because I have to come into work. I was like, I'll be here. I'm going to give him the best workout of his life. We're doing Turkish get-ups. It's going to be great.
That sounds terrible.
If you want to know what a Turkish get-up is,
hit him up.
At that trainer, Tommy. And if after you have a Turkish get-up, you want a piece of cake, go to @JennyCakesChai.
You will have earned it.
Yeah, for sure. It's full body. For real, though, it's a really cool workout. I'll show you someday.
Okay.
So Demi decides to go talk to Colton. And she says Courtney is the cancer of the house.
Which is
little harsh.
Yep.
A little bit. Not how I would have phrased things in that situation. You know, maybe the Montezuma's revenge of the house. Just lingering won't go away when you want it to. Yeah, stuff like that. So then, of course, who interrupts? Oh, and then they have a weird makeout. That's a more awkward makeout than the really serious talk about a traumatic past experience.
It's true, because she was just like, but that's all I'm going to say about that. And then just goes like, just like shoves her face in his face.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know what to think.
I was like, oh, okay.
Sure. This is how dating works.
Cool.
Smiling is my favorite. So
I love smiling. Smiling's my favorite.
So then Courtney interrupts. And she talks. And Colton says, you know, I got a level with you. I was just told that you're the cancer of the house. And I find...
repeats it verbatim.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't want to be a little more delicate?
Yeah, no. The cancer of the house. Not that you've been causing some issues.
She used the word attacked. It's like, oh, God.
So,
boy, you have no tact.
So this
you were
is
definitely a virgin.
Yeah, oh, for sure. It's just so obvious. There's a lot of things that are obvious about Colton that I won't get into, but you can piece it together for yourself. So Courtney walks out to the girls and she says, let's take a poll. I'll be Courtney. You be Demi, okay?
Okay, go.
Let's take a poll. Who here thinks that I'm the cancer of the house? And you can tell Courtney was not expecting anybody to raise their hand, and Demi just owned up to it.
And they're like, did you say that? She's like, yeah, I said it.
Yeah, I said it.
Why did you say that? Because I think it. And it was just like...
So then they start doing these reaction shots to other girls who are trying not to burst out laughing. Hannah G is in the back.
But most of them are.
Hannah G's in the background the whole time, like this, like dying.
Oh, because it was so funny. And guys, why is every scene in the show not like that?
So they just started shit talking, and like this is what I thought I was telling. Is like Hannah B like goes to like reach for Demi's arm. She's concerned that Demi's going to go too far and like say something, which makes me think that the girl's like Demi.
Yeah.
Now, of course, they're both Southern, probably crazy, awful people, but it's just interesting to me. So like then they start talking about age. At one point, Courtney says, "I think you need a timeout," which is like, ugh.
God. Well, because Demi was just like, you keep like trying to call out my age when we're the same fucking age.
Yeah. And like
she's like, your maturity level is low. You need a timeout.
Who's mature? Yeah. You applied. I've done the application. It's not a mature sign.
No, it's not.
No, it's a low point. There's nowhere to go but up from there. Yeah, so that's... We still haven't... Do we dare post my application someday?
I think we do.
Yeah, it's long. I don't know. It gets a little real. It's not good.
Well, we could skip over the real parts
if
you don't want to show. We could just do the yoga demonstrations in my sunroom.
I could just do it right now. No, I won't. No,
let's not.
The floors are cold.
No, I'm trying so hard not to yawn right now.
Okay.
Desperately.
So
the floors are cold, especially right there. That's like the coldest part.
It's the coldest crack
because it's between the basement and the garage.
Okay.
That's why the floors in the sunroom are so cold. It's because it's over the garage.
Interesting.
And we don't have...
You call it a garage? I just call it a car hole.
We don't keep our car in it because it doesn't have like a regular garage door. Because it's something that we just keep putting off.
Okay. Yeah, that
we'd rather tear out the basement.
Seems like a fun project. So whatever, this happens. They have this whole to-do. And then we went to the rose ceremony. And pretty much we're down to the last few roses.
The best part, they walk and they line up for the rose ceremony, and Demi is standing next to Courtney, and she puts the rose in her mouth.
Just like that. It's really great.
She's just smiling.
And she's just kind of waving it around like it's a pom-pom. Go me. She is great. God, she's a really good villain.
It was hilarious.
Yeah. So we do the rose ceremony, and it comes down to Onye, who hasn't said anything this episode, and it was lovely.
She did tell Demi to talk to Colton about Courtney.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. They had Anya.
She
And
stoked
I'm sure.
that
I bet
fire.
she got a rose for that.
Oh, her producer got her a rose for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
That'd be a
makes
good
sense.
trade.
That makes sense. Yeah, and she for sure that makes total sense, and she would do that because the longer she's on, the more likely it is she's in paradise. Yeah, it's all conspiracy, guys. One terrible, terrible
I
conspiracy.
have a hot take.
Okay, what is it?
The relationships on the show aren't real.
Ooh. No, I don't want to believe that.
Too hot. You're
Too
right.
hot,
I take
yeah.
it back.
That's like saying like the perfect letter wasn't actually the greatest work of literature in the 21st century.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, blasphemy. So it's down to Onye, Tracy, and
Courtney.
Courtney. Yeah, that's right. That's who we're talking about. That's who we're talking about. Yeah.
Dude.
And he chose Onye because of that. So that was it. Then they showed previews for next week. Didn't watch any of those because I started setting up because I wanted to get this over with. So yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Guys, we're really committed to you and this podcast.
Hey, you guys joined late, but glad to catch you live. Anyway, LOL. Dean went in on the Bachelor relationships and said they're all fake too. No shit. I really, really think Demi is there for love. Really. Crazy how both of Demi's enemies got sent home the same night. True.
That is. And we were actually surprised because we figured they would keep Demi and Courtney on to do a 2-on-1 next week.
Yeah. Maybe her mom can get a job with Colton's charity. She's good with getting money.
Sick burn.
That was good. Yeah. I think that Demi is there to get on Paradise.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
That's the best gig.
Yeah.
So then you get paid and you just get to go on vacation.
Yeah.
It's a low-level commitment.
Yeah. So that was it. Did anything in the previews look good to you?
Do I remember anything in the previews?
No. Okay.
Nope.
Do we want to do our hometown rankings? Where we think?
I still don't remember everybody's name.
Oh, it's okay. I will. Heather will be kissed, I'm sure. No, Hannah and Caitlin are probably 2-on-1, even though they're squash the beef. I doubt that. I doubt that they're going to do that.
Especially since that after Kaylin's serious talk, like there's no way that they could play the two of them against each other and have it be even.
In fact,
like everybody will hate Hannah.
In fact, I think that's why they
automatically.
I think that's why they squashed the beef.
Yeah.
So she's so sympathetic at this point that you can't possibly do that.
Yeah.
So, and something happens with Elise, right?
Oh, yeah. It looked like she was having like a breakdown or something. She was just like, I made a mistake and was crying and like walking, crying. I don't know.
Oh, maybe she leaves on her own. That'd be great.
Yeah.
We haven't had one of those yet, but that's bound to happen.
I like going.
A couple of ladies did that on Ben's season, which was great. Remember like who is the one lady who is so pretty? Lauren Barr. She's very attractive. You should look at her on Instagram. She was on Ben's season and just left.
Ben Higgins?
Yep. Yeah.
There were two Lauren B's on Ben Higgins' season?
Yeah, one was LB and then the other one was Lauren B. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I vaguely remember that.
Yeah. And then LB dated this country music singer who cheated on her and she was very public about it. And now Lauren B is dating him.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So my top four for hometowns. Top four for hometowns. I'm going Cassie. I'm going Kaylin.
Are you going Cassie because you actually think she'll get a hometown or because you just love her so much?
Both, but I think she actually will. Like they've had some steamy makeouts. I think very likely. So Cassie, Kaylin,
Taisha.
Yeah, I think Taisha. I don't know how you Yeah, that girl. Number 4, I guess probably Hannah G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Demi because of the mom. That'd be a good hometown.
Yeah, so that's where I will vary. You say Demi, I say Hannah G. Because I think Hannah G is going to open up. She's going to get a one-on-one next week.
Mm-hmm. Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this weekend. For this week.
It's Monday.
Yeah, if you're in the Midwest, Tia shows up at all.
Oh, that would be so funny.
Yeah. If you're in the Midwest, stay warm.
Stay safe.
Yeah. Let's hope I don't die on the way home. That'd be a major bummer. But if I do, it's been a blast. It's been a real blast. So until then, thanks so much for watching. Remember, subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't already.
And please find us a sponsor.
Yeah. Tell your friends. Share it on your Facebook page. Do all that good stuff. Instagram. Instagram is a really good way to spread the news. Instagram stories. Stuff like that. Yeah, so do the Lord's work. All right, thanks.
Promoting our podcast.
Bye.